The Adventure King's 20 amp DC-DC charger is full of features, Aussie engineered and packed with high quality Japanese and American components. It'll make your 12 volt dual battery system top notch. You know it's great value because it's Adventure King's, but check out just some of its incredible features. Firstly, these have been designed, tested and engineered in Brisbane, Australia. We paired up with IntelliQuip Solutions, an engineering and R&D firm with 30 years experience, and they're full drivers as well, who for the last 12 months have been building prototypes and testing them in the lab and in the real world, in extreme conditions and harsh environments. That process has led to a unit that's right up there with the best in the business, and in some cases, it's even better. There's a 20 amp model and a 25 amp model with a built-in MPPT solar regulator. That means it can take both alternator and solar charge, but will prioritize solar right up to the full 25 amps to save you fuel. Adventure King's DC-DC chargers have been built with high-end Japanese and American-made components from brands like Panasonic, Texas Instruments, and Linear Technologies. Plus, we opted for higher grade components, stepping up from commercial grade to industrial grade, so they'll run perfectly in hotter temperatures. That and the large heat sinks and smart electronic design means that these chargers will put out their 20 or 25 amps respectively, even while the interior temperature is close to 90 degrees Celsius. Of course, they have 2 internal temperature sensors and a 3rd external temperature sensor that fits right on your battery terminal for a great connection and an accurate reading. With temperature compensating charging and battery over temperature protection, the Adventure King's DC-DC charger will stop or ramp down your charging when the battery gets too hot, well before the unit has reached its own limit. In terms of other protections, there are many. Short circuit protection, reverse polarity protection, battery outside of -10 to 50 degrees Celsius protection, charger under or over voltage and over temperature protection, and over current protection. Because it's a true multi-stage variable charger, it's even able to recover almost dead batteries. If this unit can detect over 5 volts, it'll attempt to charge. And in the case of the 25 amp MPPT solar equipped model, it's able to prioritize the solar input over your alternator. So if you've got 15 amps of solar, it'll use that first and then 10 amps from your alternator. If you've got the full 25 amps or around 360 watts of solar, it can use the full 25 amps of solar. That'll save you fuel while you're driving and efficiently charge your batteries while you're stopped or at camp. And both models are perfectly suited to batteries and battery banks from 80 to 300 amp hours in size. We've also included an ignition sense wire to make the unit work perfectly with vehicles with smart alternators, or for longer setups like trailers or caravans, or older vehicles where voltage drop might be an issue. And there are 3 wires so you can select your battery's chemistry. Connect the orange for AGM, yellow for flooded lead acid, and white for calcium. They'll change the voltages and charging profiles so you get the most out of your charger and your battery. Every step of the way, we've pushed the design and testing. Even the aluminium housing with its built-in heatsink and the addition of thermal paste means it'll run 10 degrees cooler. The engineers took this project head on, completely modeling the charging cycles and testing it between -40 and 60 degrees ambient, constantly using it in their own vehicles over the 12-month testing process and going on long-term remote trips to gather as much real-world data and feedback as they could. It's all been designed and even programmed in-house in Australia, and we're incredibly proud of the result. This is a top quality and feature-packed DC-DC charger. And whether you choose the 20 amp model or the 25 amp model with MPPT solar input, you know you can rely on it to charge at its full capacity, even in the hottest, harshest environments. These are available now exclusively from 4 Wheel Drive Supacentre, but be quick because they're such great value, people will be charging in to get them.